and I kept doing like when you was little and stuff. I would just do. I would add just a couple of members, almost here and there, and I think I got them up to about 8. But they just felt like I was drawing a bunch of people together. They didn't jail, like how we see Youth Mob.
Yep.
They didn't. They never felt like that.
Mm-hmm.
They scattered characters that was from my memory bank that I've done. You know, it's thrown together, but they just didn't have that thing like the Titans and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you saw them together, they they feel like a bunch of individuals. They didn't feel like a team.
Right.
I don't know. I was having an issue with that. I want them to feel like a team.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And a lot of that is basically it's what. Yeah, like the dynamics for a team and a single character, like so totally different. Because like as a team, you got to figure out why they're together and what brings
Yeah.
them together.
And I don't think I ever answered those questions.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I ever answered whatsoever.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's something to think about when you put a team together. Is like, why are they coming together? Besides
Mm.
you wanting them to come together, is the question is why are they coming together? What is
Yeah. Because the
purpose
thing is,
together?
if I had it before, man, I already would have been doing.
Right.
Like how what we doing now, I would have already been doing. I would have been doing it for years
Mm-hmm.
now. I didn't have that.
Right.
That what came out with you.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I was trying to do stuff, but it's kind of like he was focused on his stuff, and I was kind of focused on my stuff. We wasn't on it at the same time.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah. I think there's just it. Yeah, for a lot of partnerships, it is give and take. So not every idea is going to get used, and not every idea is like worth using. But the good thing is working as a team, you don't have to come up with all the concepts by yourself.
Yeah, that's good. Cause like I say, I was always by myself on doing. Cause he had all his.
Yeah,
I guess he was able to just get his done.
yeah,
But the problem is, it's like this. It's like this. He would write a story. He did his books. He did 2 books. Uh, he did 2 books. Probably never published them because they were too expensive back then to try to put. We didn't never have the money. But he did 2 books. Uh,
mm-hmm.
he had a book 1 and a book 2 of his team. Shame they didn't get to see the light of day. But he had the book because I didn't even have that.
Mm-hmm.
I had like a half partial book, and whatever the rest of it was Brandon didn't destroy when he was a baby. Drew all over my shit. And I was like, all right, no, but and I guess it's like it was like how I'm doing now. I just made a bunch of characters,
Mm-hmm.
but it was no rhyme or reason with a lot of them. I just had a lot of characters because it was like whatever just came to my mind, and it just But I just think you know can I can bring it in a little bit. Uh, uh, yeah, I can bring it in a little bit. No, really, because what I'm doing, I'm making enough of them. But I'll probably like clip out stuff I want, and then downsize to maybe about 3 or 4 characters or so. And then like I'm doing with like the other ones, I just get a lot of stuff. I say, okay, I like this, I like this, I like this, but I don't like this, I like this.
Right.
And then it's like they're just building it all up. But the thing is, I like it that I got all those, and I got a place to put them. Even if I just show them once or twice,
Mm-hmm.
you got a place to put them. Because they just would have been swimming around in my head, not going anywhere because I want to do like my own type of crisis. That's what they all for.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's why I can get to use everybody. Mm. like all type of characters, and it'd be loaded. Because I used to look at it like Crisis. I said, I want to make one of those, like the Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Mm-hmm.
Just after Teen Titans, I said, man, I want to make that. Because that book was such a big deal when we was a little kid. That was the first book like that. That was it was just jam packed with characters. It was like it was like thousands of characters. I mean, he had to do like uh it had to be more than 1,000 characters. He had heroes and villains. Like I think I read that on Perez. He said he drew almost every character that DC had at the time.
Right.
Yeah, he drew everybody. At least they got a cameo in there. He said, most of the characters. He said maybe occasion one or two because there might have been something going on. He said if they wasn't in there, more than likely they weren't created yet. Yeah, he had all those designs in there. And I thought that was so fucking cool. And I was thinking, like, I would like to just make that, but I said, kind of fucking story I tell. I said, you just make another Crisis on Infinite Earth? But I started thinking, like, I don't want to copy that story. That story already was told.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, you can do it, but I said, what's the point? People just say you just copy Crisis.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I was like, I don't know, man. I just thought about that. So I was trying to always figure that out. Because I just had that, I don't know, man. I just had that energy and I never knew where to put it. Because I wasn't a writer. I mean, I could plot out stories. I could tell the story. Couldn't write that story.
Mm-hmm.
And that kind of, that always kind of bothered me. Because I was like, I just didn't have it. But like you say, left me alone. I'll leave it be because I was blessed that you came along and you were right. And then like you had good ideas with stories. And I was like, okay. And then I was like, now listen to you. And then you was serious about it. You started working out like how to make books, get books published and stuff. Yeah. And then you was doing yours, and yeah, it's like and I don't know, that kind of struck. And then I was like, okay. Because I said, well, I'm gonna do these stories for you, man. But it was like a few. I said, well, I hold back, but I want this, then I want this, because I want some stories before I go, right? Some things I want. And I said, okay, I'll do some stuff for Sean, but I said, I want a couple stories now. I want some things for me that I always wanted to tell. I always liked the Golden Age, and I wanted a Golden Age story. I wanted to do a Crisis. And I always liked the Teen Titans. So we got Youth Mob. A lot of the other stuff, like Cody, something came out of the blue. So I'm like, all right, that's cool. That was just some original that popped up between us. But I leaned him toward Golden Age because I was like, man, if I do this dude, he got an old fashioned name. I said, I might be able to do the Golden Age characters with this guy. I might be able to tell my Golden Age story like I wanted to. Because like originally I had the story I wanted to tell, like I had that. But I like the story that's coming together with it. That is almost like he's trying to get his reality back. That's kind of like our own little thing. He's trying to wipe out this reality. And get and turn it back to his reality. And I did like this. I said, that's cool. It's like Crisis, but it's not like Crisis. You know what I mean? Yeah, and I thought that'd be a cool story. That somebody just, it's similar to Crisis, but it's different enough, right? Yeah, because he'll have people in it, but he's trying to destroy everything. He trying to. It's somebody that's trying to wipe out all existence, so he can reshape it into his own. Yeah, I thought that'd be the most powerful story you can tell. I don't know no other story you can tell after that. You know what I mean? That's the worst. That's the worst you can get.